All right, hello everybody. I guess before we get started, chat a little bit. But yeah, so this is me. I'm Jay, also known as Dr. Bad Vibes. Trying something a little different. I'm not afraid of the camera. I've just been doing video game stuff since I've had my channel, for the most part, and I'm trying. I don't know, just trying a few different things. I feel like, you know, being on there with Jen has kind of motivated me to do my own and talk a little bit. Tracy, in my mind, you had dark brown hair and a beard. No, I'm a very white person with blonde hair that can grow a very sad beard. So I don't do that. Yeah, I love your stickers you put on Jen's channel. Well, thanks. Funny enough, actually, so what I do... Funny enough, I don't use it. I do have an art degree that's specialized in digital art, and I still have. This is the first drawing tablet. If I can get it in frame here, my Wacom tablets. I think this is. Gosh, when did I buy this? Probably from like 2004. I still use it. That's what I've drawn all the goose emojis on. Your voice sounds like a 20-year-old. Can't wait to see you. Well, thank you. I'm 42, so I'm glad I sound less than half my age. I want to do things kind of like how Jen does in a live format, and then I want to put these videos up on YouTube under a new channel. Like, if I mix this with video games, it's just going to tank my old channel, and I still want to do the video game stuff. But do you like my office? I'm on the cartoon moon. Tell us some weird news. Yeah, let me just get into it. So if you followed me on YouTube, you may know me as Dr. Bad Vibes. If you know me from Jen's channel, I'm still Dr. Bad Vibes, but you may know me as Jay. So the news I want to talk about. Jen normally talks about two people that are full of poop. I have somebody that's also full of poop, but they didn't hold it in. They unloaded it. So this happened, oh gosh, I think it was early September. Maybe it's like September 1st. So this is a little old. I've been hanging on to this to start these streams because I really wanted to talk about this. So Delta flight returns after passenger has diarrhea all the way through the plane. And so the summary of this story was that a flight was coming through, leaving Atlanta, headed towards Barcelona. And somebody had diarrhea so bad that the captain referred to this as a biohazard, and they had to turn the plane around and land it. And that's all I heard initially. And I thought to myself, well, it must have just been like it ran down their leg. I'm sure, obviously, diarrhea is gross. Nobody wants to be on a plane with any amount of diarrhea. This didn't just trickle down their leg. No. They full on had a firehouse chili cook-off in the front of the plane, and the pilot took off, and it just exploded all the way down the aisle, all the way back. It is so much. Like, I don't know how a human contained this much poop. We'll get to that in a little bit. So that was the main part of the story. Like, and it didn't come up until later. Yeah. So yeah, some people. Jen has obviously seen the photos. We watched this a lot. So the story was that it was so bad they tried to, they covered it up with paper towels, put sanitizer, fragrances on it, and my favorite quote was, "The vanilla scent only succeeded in making it smell like vanilla shit." So I'm going to see if somewhere on here there is a bit of a video. Maybe this. Let me enlarge this here.
If it's just a biohazard issue, we've had a passenger who had diarrhea all the way through the airplane, so they wanted to come back to Atlanta.
So, what's funnier than diarrhea? So, yeah, the footage emerged. So when that came out, it's like, holy moly, that was not just diarrhea. That was a complete landslide. We get some more of the details here. So they had to turn the plane around, land the plane, and maintenance came out ripped up the carpet. They were just like, yeah, it's done. It's ruined. The passengers, they all got off. I think some EMTs came and removed the passenger that had the diarrhea. So hopefully they're okay. I didn't hear much of a follow-up about that. Let's see. Maintenance crews spent 5 hours cleaning the Delta Airlines Airbus after its enforced early landing, including replacing an aisle carpet ruined. And then, the passengers had to stay at the airport for that whole time. Sounded like Delta was cool with them. Nobody wants to, or an 8-hour delay. Nobody wants to have a layover, especially for that reason. And it says passengers, reportedly including the one suffering diarrhea, were allowed to reboard. So I guess they were okay. That's horrible. So, accounts from some on board posted to social media. They did their best to mop it up before then, and that only had the effect of making the plane smell of vanilla shit. My daughter used to clean airlines at San Francisco International. She had some interesting stuff, but nothing like this. Yeah, I can only imagine what goes on in an airplane, but when it makes national news or international news like this, that's a whole different story. So my favorite quote, though, is from the pilot. It's just a biohazard issue. We had a passenger who had diarrhea all the way through the airplane, so they want us to come back to Atlanta. And they called it an onboard medical issue. And, you hear that, well, somebody pooped their pants. But no, that was a medical issue. That was not pooping your pants. That was a Three Stooges catastrophe at a chili cook-off. That was horrible. That's my inaugural news. Somebody pooped on an airplane. And, what better way to start off? I think it was a little bit... Oh, yeah. I have another one here, too. This is same story. This is just some commentary from one of the passengers. Of course, this is Daily Mail, so why not have Harry and Meghan news? But I believe this was the same. Oh, yeah. This is the social media post. And they talk about the vanilla poop, and the EMTs came. Everybody got back on at 2 a.m, so they were able to get to where they were going in Spain. And it did sound like they did an amazing job cleaning it. Nobody could tell the difference. Well, from when they got on, I'm sure they could tell the difference from the poo-poo. Both my wife and I were on the flight. It was a mess. The pilots made the right decision to turn around. The ground crew ripped out the carpet and put new in. Considering the circumstances, the ground crew did a great job, along with the attendants and pilots. I mean, I don't care what your job is. If you're working at Wendy's or flying an airplane, nobody wants to deal with diarrhea on the floor. I got upgraded to business once because there was vomit in my seat. Hey, I'd take that. I'll let somebody puke in my seat for some more leg room. We've got more footage here. The little loop of the disaster. I won't linger on that too long. So yes, somebody pooped on a plane. That's the news.